I came up with the game to be able to figure out how to get gold around the world. Trax Albania right in there. So the snatch game is about to begin. 5 bands. Asahi. He got me. Oh, you got your gold? Magic word, bro.
Asahi.
He found me. I have a special guest star.
8.5 carats total.
So what that was the whole gold district. She's doing too much for me. She's gave me one gift.
You know, honestly, Max has never removed that bracelet from his hand. It's like his signature piece at some point.
So what kind of coin is this?
Friends, like we qualified team.
Bullet holes from the Civil War. I witnessed some crazy views. So the sunset is pretty crazy looking right now. Communist buildings. Communism really ripped apart this country. I'm from a communist country myself. There's no gates, there's no nothing. It's a free-for-all. This town is something else. We gotta find a way to mix the money and the entertainment in such a way that we get the views, and all the money from the views is recycled into gold and silver. So that's the plan. My game is to get you the medals in your hand so you have a different idea of money. It's a slippery one. It's a story of communism and capitalism. A lot of up-and-coming business people going on over here. Big time. It's got a future, you know? You just gotta let go of this. You gotta let go of the past, the Soviet past. This is a fucking tank right here.
So basically, Max was in Istanbul with his family, and then he had the wedding of his cousin in Greece, in Athens. So I said, hey, since you're gonna be in Greece, it's just like an hour-and-a-half flight from Albania. So just make a few days, free your schedule for at least 4 or 5 days, and let me show you around a little bit, because it's worth visiting.
So the snatch game is about to begin. We're just taking one final little look around Athens, and you could see what a massive city this really is, of people living simple, calm, cool lives. Right, Yasha?
Don't drop your phone.
If you find me anywhere in the world, I'm gonna give you this ounce of gold. And if you find me with a friend, I got an ounce for your friend too. So that's 1 ounce of gold for you and 1 ounce of gold for your friend if you have one. And the keyword is Asahi. All you have to do is find me anywhere I am and say the word Asahi. Then I'm going back to New York, I'm doubling the gold, and I'm giving it away in the streets. Do not get on a plane to go find me, because people will find me locally. Just keep an eye out where I am. Remember, the key word is Asahi. We're about to play a game, and guess who we found? Our friend right here, already in the mix. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. You're gonna end up on the vlog. That's okay?
Oh yeah, sure.
We see you. I came up with the game to be able to figure out how to get gold around the world. If I can make it entertaining, we can get gold and silver siphoned through to as many people as possible. It might not be a lot, but it'll still be a nice, beneficial way for people to learn about money in a very critical time in the world. So I want to get it out there, but my mistake was I could have had Asahi, where I have all the silver coins, but if you want the gold one, you have to beat me in a certain type deal. That would have been more entertaining, and then I would have had the 2 gold, otherwise you just get the silver, because I want to play with the gold, but I can't afford $2,500 fucking dollars every time.
This is the case, man. Wow, humidor on the go. This guy's in play.
You're good to be in the video. Thanks for welcoming me to your country, bro. Thank you. And to think, all he had to say was Asahi, but instead he gave me a Cohiba. Thanks, buddy, wherever you are. We got the 2 zips of gold. Now we gotta figure out how to play the game. It's 5 bands. It's a lot of money, so I don't want to waste it. I want to make sure that when I give away these 5 bands, I could at least make another 5 bands to give away again. It's business.
So technically, Albania, going into history, It's a very old country. I mean, it's from 1912, got the independence, but I'm saying like it's very old. It's coming from the Illyrians. We went through so many occupiers, starting with the Ottoman Empire, with Italians, with the Nazis, Serbs. It's an old country. It has a lot of history. In the south, we went in Butrint. It's a 2,000-year-old ancient city.
Just ran into some fans, but they didn't Asahi me. And we have a special guest star. So, we're here in a Roman town. Illyrian. Gold's on deck. No one Asahi'd me yet. I'm gonna try to wait. That's 2 ounces of gold, all-time high. I really wish I could take it to New York. Fuck 'em. Oh my God, the guy, he got me. He got me. This is the dude right here. He Asahi'd me.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, guess what? Guess what happens now, buddy? You get an ounce. So I'm in a Roman village, and guess what I just got? What did you say to me, man?
Asahi. Thank you very much, man.
All right, my brother. Thank you.
Take care.
So the guy Asahi'd me, but
We have one more.
one more. Luckily, he didn't take both. And now he's not gonna. What a sucker. But nah, he's a great guy. But I only got one Asahi left. I wanted to go see some Illyrian ruins, and it cost me $2,500. I mean, Albania's in Europe, and Europe's been on and popping for, you know, thousands of years, really, right? Going back to Rome before Christ. So we were in a Roman colony, or Illyrian or something like that. So you're talking about, you know, the BC era. How did it work? You know what I'm saying? In all ancient times, there was always a superpower, and that superpower was always kind of like America is now. In the Bronze Age, it was Egypt. Egypt was the place. Egypt is where you went to do the business. Egypt had the money. Egypt had the skyscrapers. Egypt had the shit. Then it was Greece, and then it was Rome. And how did Rome work? Well, they built a Roman colony. What is a Roman colony? It's a Roman village. It's like a franchise. You see it, and you know what you're going to get there. You know there's going to be a theater there. You know there's going to be a lodge there. You know that the ships are going to come in with the mail or something like that. And you could live in this general area, and you could have a normal Roman colony that was protected and supported by Rome or Illyria or whatever. And it exchanged hands over hundreds of years and thousands of years. And this wall went down, and this one put it up, and this guy conquered it, and this revolution, and that guy got killed, and this was the highs and the lows. We have no idea, you know? We have no idea, and you couldn't even imagine. It's just skeletons left over of different times, but people lived in it. And one of the things we saw was one of those colonies, which was kind of the way things worked back then. Because if you wanted to live a normal, civilized life, and you didn't want to be in the woods with no medicine and no nothing, or, you know, in the trenches out there, you wanted to be in a colony, a Roman colony, where things, you know, there was the theater, there was the dress, there was something that there was a connection to the civilization of the time, you know? We'll see what the next ounce brings us. Asahi!
Black ass nigga with a bad ass bitch. I went and got the bag and now everything lit.
And then we went in Ksamil, which is a little village not far from Saranda, which is the city that I'm from. And it's in the Ionian Sea, in the Mediterranean. It has few little islands in there. No one lives there, but it's a place that you can go, take a little boat, and just visit them. The water is clear. It's a cool vibe to be around there.
One Asahi left. The Asahi adventure continued. The friends. So Melissa, if people want to visit Albania, what recommendations do you have?
Here, Ksamil, we're gonna make a tour and you're gonna see it yourself.
Y'all was gonna be on the rich nigga list. Told you black ass nigga, $250,000 on his wrist. Black ass with a bad ass bitch. I went and got.
So right now Melissa's wearing 4-carat solitaires, and we're gonna look from the side of the sun. So this is what you want to look like when you're on the beach. A 1/2 carat and a 4-carat in the ear, right?
8.5 carats total.
You can make them earrings.
Yep.
There you go.
So one of my favorite pair of earrings that I have is 8 karat total studs. They're lab, and honestly, I just love them. Everywhere I go, I get compliments, and not gonna lie, boost my self-esteem a little. When you put them on, you're like, oh, I love them. You know, you feel special. It's just very nice how the water just sparkles with a diamond, and the sun as well. It just has a nice shine, and I think that, you know, Marilyn Monroe said it right. Diamonds are a girl's best friend, but at some point there are guys too.
Magic word, bro. He found me, he swam here. I don't know how he got here, bro. Introduce the last Asahi.
Franco. Franco is diabetic.
I check on forward. Not forward.
1 month is following you.
Well, listen, I appreciate you, bro. You got your gold. You're in Albania. Enjoy. First winner was from the UK. So luckily, one Albanian got 1 ounce of gold. It happens to be you. That's our guy right here. The final winner. What can I do? I lost all the gold. Don't look for me no more, guys. I'm with my boy. Another fan. He's the man. Thank you, bro. Thank you for following along and doing business with me in any way, huh?
Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you, bro. God bless you.
God bless you.
So while we announce the winner, so people won't look for me, you know, anymore, this is where we're at. I'm dead smack in this Albanian region. I believe it's called Sarande. We got a big truck coming down this way, and the car is parked right there. So hopefully we don't have an issue, but the gold is found. That's the game. And this is Albania, and it's got some amazing waters and amazing beaches, friendly people, great prices. You could really have a good time. So if you want to come to Albania and stay at this beautiful place with the rooftop view right here, you could go to Melissa's family who runs it. So you could give them a link.
Yep.
Or a commercial or something.
Hotel Xamil is the name.
All right, okay. Well, we'll give them the spelling. K-S-A-M-I-L-I. And you can come to this hotel, and it's not far from the beach, and it's probably a crazy price, and it's got great people, the family. There we go. Hotel what?
Hotel Xamil.
Samili. So we're growing pomegranates out here, right in the back of the hotel. All right, this is amazing. When is this gonna be ready? October? October, right? Wow, I love pomegranate. Is it sweet or is it? How is it? So.
It's also a little bit tangy.
Tangy. Okay. Well, it's still nice. Nice to have. Awesome. Cherries. A little garden over here. Great place. This is Melissa's cousin.
Hello.
And he's in business over here, making crepes. So it's a nice business. And it's a nice town. What's the name of the town again?
It's Samil, and the business is the Hello Crepe.
Hello Crepe, yeah. Samil. So Melissa has a hotel and a crepe restaurant.
Not me, my family, my cousins.
In Albania. So she's got it going on out here. So when you're in town, you gotta...
Hook me up, I'll help you out.
We got this crepe right here. This is what we're gonna have to try it. Our boy. Crazy. That's a crazy crepe.
And then after that, we went and we ate dinner in a castle which is called Kalayayla Kursit, and it's looking through the sea. You can see the Ionian Sea, and you can see Corfu, which is a Greek island. I didn't have time to bring him there, but yeah, of course, I went with my family after my sister's 18th birthday. I left her at 12, so it was very special. The next day we went to Gjirokastër, which is Blue Eye. It's just, I think, 2 or 3 springs all over the world where the water comes on the below the mountain, and it It's a beautiful spring that it's deep blue in the center.
Something called the blue eye. You know, one of nature's miracles, essentially, where fresh, clean, drinkable water is shooting out from under the ground. A lot of cities are built on springs because you get free water coming out of the ground. It's a miracle. You know, one thing is you dig up a well and someone in the middle of the night takes a piss in it and you're drinking it the next day. You know what I'm saying? The wells or whatever. But the spring, the water keeps flowing out. And when you're looking at that water, how clean it is and how it brings out the nutrients and mad plants are alive and thriving, it's amazing. Like, you know how Jerusalem was built? Jerusalem was built on a spring. Somehow, you know, water seeps into the ground and somewhere the pressure is less than somewhere else. So the water that's from a surrounding is pushing down and shooting out from somewhere else. And it's being filtered through the entire earth. So, and this was such a place. The Albanian adventures continue. Melissa, where are we today?
We are at the Blue Eye. It's called Blue Eye because the spring, when you look it above, it looks like an eye.
Let's see if she's being honest or not. So Melissa found another Albanian gem. What an interesting thing.
We haven't seen yet the Blue Eye. We're just gonna stop here to eat something, and then most likely we're gonna get the canoe or something and check around, maybe jump in the water. It's very cold though, but
We're only missing the 4-carat earrings.
yeah, I don't have them today.
So now we're in a glistening stream, but it's freezing cold. It's water flowing off the mountain. I don't know what it is, but I can't stand in it for another second.
It's 50 degrees Fahrenheit and 10 degrees Celsius.
Seems colder. Seems like it's in the 40s. We're coming here since when?
2-3 years old.
2-3 years old. And before you came back to America, when was the last time you came here?
7-8 years ago. It has changed a lot. It's been a long time.
So this is where the water comes from. Incredibly beautiful. And Melissa says she's gonna dive in.
I will definitely try to do that.
So the spring comes from here and flows out there. All fresh water from the inside of these mountains. Get your foot out of there. Oh.
This was so nice.
You did it.
So I had him jump in the water, and there was 2 fans of him in the bottom, and they were like, "Go Trax, go Trax!" And he's like, "Oh damn, I gotta do it now to not disappoint my fans." So he jumped, and it was cool to see. I jumped twice myself. After I jumped the first time, almost everyone started jumping. Are you gonna dive in the water? I can hold it.
I really don't want to, but
No, you have to get wet first. It's very cold.
I'll let it shock. I'll let it shock.
No,
my body.
God forbid. You're under my responsibility
I'm
here.
not gonna die because of a cold shock. It's just...
No, I wouldn't recommend that.
Well, nobody dies because of that.
Yes, they did.
So I climb up there. I'm scared of cold water. I don't like the cold. And when I put my feet in there, it was a hot day, and you put your feet in it, it's fucking ice cold. So that shock of cold is really, really freaky and scary. But we climbed onto this balcony, and that you're not supposed to jump off of, and I took the jump.
Go, Trax, go!
Woo!
Calda? Bella. Mettiamo la pasta?
It's cold.
Mettiamo la pasta? O sei nuovo, cioè?
How was it?
Terrifying.
It's higher than it looks, by the way.
So is this the first time you jumped into the water since you came back?
Honestly, I never jumped inside that. I've been in the water many times when I was little, but I never jumped there. I was too scared.
Well, you made it.
Yep. Twice. It says no swimming. It's not allowed to jump or to swim. It's dangerous, but it was an adventure, and Max just jumped into it. I was like, just try it, and he's like, I don't know about it because it's high. It's high. I mean, there is signs in there, but there is, you know, it's a little bit free country in Albania, technically, and you can park almost everywhere, barely gets any tickets and stuff like this, so it's a little bit more free, more laid back.
There's a sign, but you know what I'm saying? Rules in Albania are mad relaxed, all right? It's not a crazy bureaucracy where you can't touch this and you can't do that and you can't park here. Everywhere in the world is different. You think, you know what I'm saying? Everywhere, places like New York where a bunch of fucking meter maids are walking around giving out tickets all day long. No, bro, this is just this city that's fucking you over and shit like that. It's starting to be like that, but you know what I'm saying? More or less, it's more free, more open, and there's less security guards. There's no money to employ 5,000 security guards to tell people don't touch that and don't do this. So whatever, we climb up there and you jump down in the ice cold water. And you go down and it shoots you up. And that was an amazing experience, you know what I'm saying? And that was just part of a feature that you never thought you'd see out there. And that's part of the adventure of Albania, because you get to go around and you get to do shit that you might not be able to do in other countries or in other places.
We did it. For the road. I was drinking right now.
Give it to me, give it to me. It does taste a little earthy, I think. It's good. It's better than the plastic water. My boy caught up with me. He asahi'd me, but it's too late, my brother. I'm sorry, man. All right, but I'll catch you on the next one. Where are you guys from? The small island in South America, huh?
I'm from Curacao.
I'm from Holland.
Are you guys family, or you get the same color eyes?
We have the same color eyes, it's true, but we
Yeah,
have
that's very
different skin
strange. It's a very rare eye color, no?
colors. Yes, so, yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, nice meeting you, man.
And after that, because I was already kind of adjusted with the temperature, I stayed there for almost 10 minutes in the water. And we had so much energy. It was like a cold plunge. And then after that, we chilled around, ate lunch, and then we went to Gjirokastër, which is another old town.
Little sheepers. Oh, you got a tough turn over here. Just be careful. What's this guy doing?
I think that we can just park. I don't know if we...
This guy, wait for this guy. He's doing something. This fucking whole car is gonna, feels like it's gonna just slide down this shit.
We're good, we did it!
Oh my god. Okay, we're good.
We're Gucci.
Good job.
We are Gucci.
Europe is full of surprises. You never think that this would be Albania.
Yep.
But it is. There's a castle up here, which I'd like to see. What is the name of this place?
Gjirokastër.
You gotta really drive up here to get here, as you might be well aware. Well, as soon as you get away from the communist stuff,
This is where the dictator was born, by the way.
you get something. Yeah, you get something beautiful. Dope hotels and a really remote, kind of untouched vibe over here. So we made it to the top. the castle in Albania. Let's go inside, see what's going on. Now we go into tunnel nostalgia. Some sort of a bunker-like structure here.
It's crazy.
Helmet from World War I.
World War II. This was from the Germans. How they not scared that people will touch and take them?
People that come all the way up here usually not.
Sure.
Dumbasses. Get chained up.
Crazy. Crazy.
This is the trenches for real. Right about now we got a whole mountain on top of our heads. Hey guys.
Hello.
Hey, just looking.
He was a dictator.
That's him?
Yep.
Was he a communist or?
Yeah.
Quello era il dittatore. Oxa.
He's a bad guy.
Henry Hodja.
Henry Hodja. Yeah, tutto popolo.
Crazy, I swear. They made this. This wasn't here when I was living here.
Leninism, Marxism, yeah.
So we drove to this place, Gjirokastër, and it's on the biggest castles, on the 10 biggest castles in, I think, in Europe, if I don't mistake, and on the biggest ones in the Balkans. It's huge castle. And we went there, we saw the prison, we saw the tower, we went inside. There's a lot of big machine guns and statues from also the communism. We were a place run by a dictator for at least 50, 60 years. We got our independence on the 90s, 50 years. So yeah, my parents used to live through that era, but I didn't live, thank God. And it's crazy because no one was allowed to leave the country or to visit the country. The majority of the economy is based on that right now because we're beautiful. It's a beautiful place, you know. It's the Mediterranean, like Greece, like Italy, like Croatia, Albania, Montenegro. You know, it's very nice in there. So the castle has a sad story. So the princess called Argyro, when they were under the attack of Ottoman Empire, she just jumped through from the castle with her baby because she's like, I'd rather just take my life away than surrender. And yeah, it's a little sad. And we saw the prison, which is so dark, pitch black, no windows, nothing to breathe, and it's like huge rocks. And whoever would go in there, technically, if you would get released from there, people had to cover their eyes because if you go out and you see the light for the first time, people will get blind. It's insane.
Throughout these trips, Milan, here, there, I witnessed some crazy views, and this is just one more. Lucky to be alive. From Athens to here. Some crazy, beautiful views. And we've got a sunset over here going at the top of a castle. World War II plane. So this is the city Melissa grew up in, here in Albania, from the age of 3 to 15, if anybody's curious. A pretty interesting place, with a castle. And a jet from the 1950s, US Air Force. Would you believe it? I'm still getting the Sahid, but there's no more gold, so we gotta adjust the game for the next one so people would understand. Or I'd have some silver to give them. I'd say, listen, the gold is over. Or I could say anybody who says a Sahid gets ounces of silver the whole time. And I just have mad ounces. So everybody could get something, because all they really want is something. The gold is too expensive for them. Or maybe the first person gets gold and the rest get silver. And I carry silver on me like crazy. I gotta bring enough gold and silver for everybody here, so. on the next one, on the next one. So this is where you went to school.
Yeah, from 6th grade to the 9th grade.
Did you have fun here?
I enjoyed it. Every time I've enjoyed school. A lot of basketball, volleyball.
And you used to walk out of this gate.
I would actually jump from this gate. And the municipal of school used to be very pissed at me. But he'll be like, you're the president of school, you should set a good example. And I would say to him, well, when you bring the food that's outside, inside, that we can have and eat like decent people, that's when I'm not gonna jump the fence.
You would jump the fence to go eat?
Every time, almost every day. And my mom was a teacher there too.
Well, it's been an amazing time and an amazing town. Highly recommended, incredible castle. You could jump right off. Of course, I don't want you to do that. But there's no security, there's no gates, there's no nothing. It's a free-for-all up there. And this town is something else. What's its name again?
Gjirokastër.
Gjirokastër, named after the girl that
Gjiro.
she, couldn't handle it anymore. A real tragedy. But the town is great. It's in the poorer countries where you could really bend and break the rules, where there is no set path with a guardrail that you can't do this. You're talking about we're on the top of a castle. We're on the top of a fucking building. And, you know what I'm saying? There's no rail off a fucking castle wall, bro. And there's no security, there's no nothing. You could literally jump right off. Over here, don't touch that, don't step there, don't do that, don't do this. Because this is a fucking country with 1 trillion lawsuits and 1 trillion problems.
He was like, oh my God, there is no fences in here. And I'm like, yeah, people are not depressed in here. They don't want to take their lives. They don't choose this castle to kill themselves.
It's better than I did the first time. You're a real tough one.
I'll try one more.
All right, go ahead, go ahead. What was your high score?
2,500 something.
Just 100 more than Melissa. So this place that Melissa took us to is different from Saranda. It's very, very modern. You might think you're in Miami or somewhere else. Pretty awesome. Wow, look at the wine.
Best one.
Yeah, I see it. What's your favorite? This guy right here?
This guy, chef.
Let's do it. I think it looks good. So if you're in Albania, you want to drive here for sure. So Melissa, why don't you tell us where we are? What are we looking at here in Albania?
So right now we are looking at Vlorë. This is another beautiful city. It's where the Adriatic Sea and the Ionian Sea get mixed. And you have sand beaches and also you have rock beaches, and there is that little island in there which no people live there, but you can go and visit it with tour guides, and the water is perfect.
Right. So the sunset is pretty crazy looking right now. Melissa knows all the nooks and crannies of Albania, for real. If you ever want to visit Albania, you really want to watch this video and you'll get clues. Beautiful little islands, beaches, take a little boat tour, enjoy the food, drive out to the castle that you saw. You could also Gjirokastër. You could jump into the Blue Eye, which is around the Saranda area. And you'll have fun exploring that. Rent a car that could go off-road more or less. You take the coastal road, lots of winding roads, and then you end up over here. So that's the adventure. I got this day and one more.
Yep.
Full day in Tirana. So we're gonna see how that goes. But Melissa knows what she's talking about, believe me. If
Thank
you want
you.
some jewelry, you could get it from her as well.
And we stopped to Vlorë. We ate in a very nice place, I would say. It was in my bucket list because they opened a new location in there and a lot of raw seafood. It doesn't compare with the food in here, honestly. And the fruits and everything has flavor and taste, and you can smell it. Even when we went to my grandparents, they have it's like a small garden in there. And I'll just go and smell everything. I couldn't believe it that for 6 years, because when you come in here, you can't smell anything on the food.
It's my last day in Albania. I'm flying out 9:30 in the morning tomorrow. Gotta go check this place out. Ready to go home, ready to figure out how to play the next game and make the next move. Per usual, appreciate you guys watching and playing along.
Max spent his time driving around the city, visiting like the jewelry stores in there.
So, I mean, listen, their district doesn't have nearly as much inventory, nearly as much money. It's a string of shops. It's a completely different economy. You got small countries. You can't compare. That's why you're lucky to be here, and you're lucky to... What's the deal with this district? This is a district where you can make more money. So it turns out I'm in a whole gold district, and you know how that goes. I'm not here to be in a district. I don't want to be in a district right now.
There's this guy in Albania, his name is Donaldo. He came and visited us before. He loves our business as well, and apparently loves Max's character as well. So he hit him up when he was in Albania, in the capital, and he owns a small jewelry business with his family. And his mom makes these beads. They're handmade, and it's unique styles, you know. Honestly, Max has never removed that bracelet from his hand. It's like his signature piece at some point. It has a history behind it. It's very sweet. That woman, she makes them by herself. And that's what also sells, you know, things with history behind, things that are special, that has a meaning, not just a jewelry, you know? So we're bringing them in the market for everyone, whoever would like to shop them. You can find them at TraxNYC.com, or they can come here at 64 West 47th Street in the center of the Diamond District, and you can shop them in person.
So this is an incredible product right here that this woman makes. She's a little shy, but she's really, really good, great person. And she's doing too much for me. She's gave me one gift and now another gift. So you got an amazing family over here. So you're really, really amazing, and thank you. All right, because this is something very nice. But I can't take it. I can't take it. But I'm gonna work it out with your son. Okay? I'll work it out with him. Is that okay? Because I don't need to take too many gifts. All right. I work it out with this guy. This is the most amazing gift I ever received, straight from Albania. What a big blessing. I'm so thankful that you let me hang out and meet your family, bro. You did an incredible thing.
For us to welcome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. You're welcome.
And let's not forget, I owe this woman something nice. All right, a lot of things. I'm not going to forget it. I'll be back. Yes.
In November we'll be in New York.
You'll be in New York in November?
My mom.
Oh wow. Okay, so I take you out to dinner in November. Okay, the whole family. All right, remember. All right, we got our contact, Melissa's contact. Dinner in November. What kind of food you like? Steakhouse? Italian?
Always meat.
Okay, got it. All right, I got a great steakhouse with a beautiful view. You're gonna like it.
Perfect.
All right.
She likes Italian food.
We'll go Italian the next day.
Ditën tjetër do ikim në restorant italian.
I got you. Because you got one steak and one Italian. Is right for two. All right, I promise. It's business time, bro. Is this our guy? No. Here he is again. Let's try if the boss is here this time. Yeah. Tell me about your jewelry store, bro. What's going on here? It's in the center. It's in the center of Albania. How long have you been in business, bro?
About 12 years.
20 years? 12.
My dad started it since 25 years ago.
I completely understand. Can I see this tray right here?
Yeah, this is the most
This is
famous in Albania.
Let's see it. First and foremost, this is a beautiful frame for a coin.
Yeah, for a coin. Albanian love like this with France.
Right. But let me see this joint. No, you can leave it in there.
No,
So what kind of coin is this?
this is France's coin from France.
20 francs from France,
France.
1912, I think. This,
1912.
different here, from 90 to 1950.
15, yeah.
Right. How long have you had these?
This one?
Yeah.
We said very fast.
Oh, very fast,
Yeah,
right?
most
Because
several.
because people know that this is money, right? So they always just put their money here.
And trust me, the price here in Albania are less than you in Manhattan, because I live in New York.
Yeah. I feel you. He told me the same thing. Well, that's why I'm making this video, because maybe there's cheaper prices in Albania, give or take, whatever the circumstance is.
Yeah, but for diamonds, you are cheaper than Albania.
Sure. It's all good. But how much is this right here? As
This
is.
one is.
And this is a quarter of an ounce or half an ounce or quarter?
Yeah, this is 6.4 grams, 6.45.
Of 22 carat.
It's 21.6.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
this one 22 carats.
Like,
It's 21.
This is Queen Victoria.
this one is like
Victoria.
1700
Right.
This one is 24.
This one is beautiful.
So we really know our coins out here, man.
22 carat.
What's your favorite coin? Anything particular?
This one is more famous here.
Yeah,
This is
the
the
most
famous.
famous.
This is the famous one.
With
Right?
that call it jet.
The rooster, yeah.
So you're a coin pro.
Yeah, I like them. I know.
Well, you should learn them, bro. It's a
This is Queen Anne, and you see she has a jubilee crown. This is from 1887. It's like 7 point something gram. I don't know.
It's a
But
collectible.
It's a collectible one. Yeah.
It's a collectible. What this is the relief on the back. Pretty nice. Would make a pretty cool pendant.
Yeah, the Kingslayer with the dragon.
So how much for this coin?
Around 600 here we sell it. And we buy for 500.
Sure.
$620.
Okay, so how much you charging me? 650 or?
For you.
Yeah, whatever you. What doesn't matter.
You can sell me whatever.
Yeah, I
It's
mean.
the gold price today.
No, it doesn't have to be the gold price today, bro. I'm not cheap, bro. Just tell me the price. What's
$600. You can.
600? Okay, 600. I'll take it. And then this one right here, huh?
Yes.
That's
This
the
one, I can leave it for $500.
$500. Okay, cool.
This.
No, I'll take both of them, bro. There's two beautiful coins here that I want to take back to New York. If you want to meet some people and you come down to Toronto, I mean, some people, everyone's friendly as far as I can tell. So we have another jewelry store right in Albania, right here. That's the thing about business. There's infinite business to do. That you have so many jewelry stores here in Albania. We'll see you guys at the next one. Wow, that's crazy, bro. It's a nice machine right here. Are you saying you're gonna let me take a ride? You're the man, bro. I'm very grateful to you, bro, because I do want to go for a ride.
I say the word.
Yes, it's already. The game's already over, man. I'm sorry, bro. It's over. I'm sorry, man. Thank you, bro. That was when I was living my celebrity lifestyle for a minute. Because I was all over Albania, and you know what I'm saying? This guy took me to go smoke a joint. This guy gave me a scooter to ride. You know what I'm saying? That shit is a perk, bro. You're going anywhere and you're doing whatever the fuck you want. Bro, I'm just getting the hang of this thing, man. So what that was the whole gold district. It's right out throughout there. Lots of little gold shops with little treats and beats. I gotta figure out how to stash another coin, and I'm gonna take the other one back to New York and make a pendant out of it. I mean, it's a story of communism and capitalism over here. That's really what it is. It's a slippery one. It's a story of communism and capitalism and gold, you know? That's a little bit of what I see in Albania as far as business is concerned. A lot of up-and-coming business people going on over here, big time. It's got a future, you know? You just gotta let go of this. You gotta let go of the past, the Soviet past. How did it all happen? How did it all start, right? Just to let you guys know, there was the coronation of Tsar Nicholas. You know, the Tsar of Russia, he was being coronated. And at the coronation of the Tsar, which is like a Russian name for Caesar. Well, let's find out, when is the coronation of Tsar Nicholas? 1896, okay? So the stage is set, it's 1896. So you coronate the Tsar, and the Tsar is supposed to have a big dinner for all the people, okay? So you're the Tsar and the one time you're coronated, you know? So they set up this dinner, and everybody's trying to come, and long story short, 8,000 people, the peasants from the countryside, get stampeded They get stomped on trying to get a meal at the coronation. 8,000 people die, as if I remember it correctly. 8,000 people die, and it's a disgrace. You know, the Tsar, and then you know what does the Tsar do? What everybody does when they have the money and they think they could just tell you to go f yourself. They go ballroom dancing, the party continues, you get the yacht, the Fabergé eggs. Somebody stampeded somewhere at my coronation, who gives a shit? And that feeling of being left out, and that you know, when it crosses the time, okay, when you have nicer sneakers, when you have nicer shit, and when you have ballroom dancing, it's one thing, and I don't have it, it's one thing. But when I'm dying, when my family's dying trying to get a meal, and you're still doing that, that really shows that you don't care. You don't care about me. You don't give a shit. And that creates a sentiment of resentment, jealousy, and hatred, and opens up an opportunity for crooks like Lenin and Stalin to come in and take over, which they did. And they spread this game around, and all the disgruntled people of the world, as far as they could, went through with those revolutions in which the state is gonna take care of everything. But what happens? Who do you think? Tsar Nicholas? They're any better than Tsar Nicholas? They're worse. As soon as they get the power, as soon as they get their money, they go ballroom dancing. Stalin was a straight crook, you know, from Georgia, from my neck of the woods. You know, he would have a meeting with somebody and he would be like, your eyes look shifty today. And he would put your name on a list and they'd send you to the gulags, you know what I'm saying? Because he didn't know who was scheming on him, because he was such a schemer and such a liar and such a hypocrite. So these are old communist buildings. Communism really ripped apart this country like it rips apart everything. I'm from a communist country myself, and you'll see things like this, or like this abandoned shack. This little guy right here, hungry. I wish I had some for him. What a little poopy head, what a little poopy head. Be careful, little dog. Good boy, though. And that'll happen as the country needs to develop. That's just how it goes. So it's going from Azerbaijan, you go through Georgia and Armenia, probably Croatia, and you know, the whole Eastern Bloc, and then you end up at the sea, you know, with Albania. So everything that got stuck behind the Iron Curtain, as it was called, you could see it. You could see it in this video, you could see it in this documentary, and whatever it is. I'm an immigrant from Azerbaijan. I came out the trenches, and I'm telling you what I saw, and I'm telling you what it is. You're on your own. Very rarely these people are going to try to help you or say what it is or come up with a government program or whatever. I wish they could, and they could. And they very easily could. Just like Tsar Nicholas could have very easily made enough tables for all of the peasantry that wanted to go to his coronation. Or he could have said, hey, we have a national day of mourning after they died. But he didn't do either of those things. He just continued on. He just put it out of his mind. Some report, or maybe, you know what I'm saying, somebody told him, don't worry, you know. They were on yachts, they were on this, they had all this fucking this. It's a fake world out there. Be careful, guys. The side of the mountain is burnt, and the building has bullet holes from the Civil War.
97.
In 1997. You lived through that? No, you were born after.
98. I was born.
Yeah. Trax Albania coming soon. No, this is some crazy shit. On the side of the road. Communist stuff. I'm standing on a very old bridge right here. Very, very old, very, very interesting. If anybody can tell me how old this bridge is in the comments, I would really appreciate it. Just some sort of a weird construction here. It's dry down there, but it looks like almost ancient Rome or something. I don't know. Hundreds of years old for sure. You know, Ronald Reagan had a funny joke that if I could retell it, you know, about the Soviet Union. So this guy's trying to buy a car, and they put him on the waiting list. And the waiting list for cars back then was sometimes 20 years, 15 years to get a car. So he's on the waiting list for 15 years, and they tell him it's going to take 15 years. And he's like, the guy asking like, okay, so on this date in 15 years, is it going to be in the afternoon or in the morning? And the person who's registering this, the government bureaucrat's like, what do you care? It's in 15 years. He's like, because the plumber's coming in the morning. You know what I'm saying? And that's how really it was. You couldn't get shit done, bro, because nobody had the incentive to do it. You're not leaving a review. So basically, you're living in a 1.5 star, 2.5 star country at best. I don't know what that is. It looks old. It looks old, but this is the way it is. It's a nation that's kind of an adventure. In Europe, most of the time, everything is cookie cutter, what you can do, what you can't do. Out here, you could go and you could start a Trax Albania right in there. Unfortunately, I ran out of gold for my board, but on the next one, bro, I promise, man, it's gonna go down. I'll be back, all right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Big fan.
Appreciate you, bro.
You have fans all over the world, man.
I see that now. I'm gonna do everything I can to make sure I do something beautiful for the whole world in that case. All right, bro?
That's good.
All right, bro. I gotta keep it moving. Peace.
Max, what do you think of this place?
An amazing beach, especially those mountain views right there. I've never been on a beach that's so close to a mountain. And the fact that we're in Albania, but they still got the best stuff here, it's pretty special. So Albania's on the uptick, it's on the come up. And I would have never been here if it wasn't for Melissa, so I think it's pretty special and pretty awesome. And that's the end of that adventure. I hope you had a good time. Leave a comment, subscribe, and I'm hoping to bring silver and gold to your town, country, city soon. You got to remember something, man. People that make $50,000 a year are in the top 1% of the population of the planet. Do they feel like they're in the top 1%? Nobody knows that. If you make 50 grand, you're richer than everybody in South America, or most 99.99% of everybody in South America, everybody in Africa, Asia, India, Russia, just a couple of European countries or whatever it is, you're in that little group of people, or North America. Europe and North America, the more or less richest. Well, you know what I'm saying? How many pairs of sneakers do you have? More than one? You don't feel like you're rich? One Rollie, somebody else looks at me, you know what I'm saying? I'm in this business, they look at my shit, they think it's a joke, bro. Like I always bring this up, $20,000 watch, they think it's garbage. Communism, capitalism, North, South, Rolex, Timex, New Balances, Air Jordans. It's all a game. You gotta figure out how you get there. You could be poor and you can have a fantastic time if you have the right company and you have the right friends. You'll have the craziest laughs and the craziest shit. All the funniest jokes, all the funniest memes, and all the funniest culture comes out of where? It doesn't come out of the rich fucking people with a bunch of bullshit. It's coming out of the hood, or where people are fucking laughing and partying and letting go of all their inhibitions and really having a time. It was a test. If I had to grade the test, it was a CC+. We're far from the mark. We got to find a way to mix the money and the entertainment in such a way that we get the views. We want to get people shopping on TraxNYC.com. They're buying the jewelry, and all the money from the views is recycled into gold and silver. So that's the plan, you know what I'm saying? Recycle the money into gold and silver and get it into the street. This is a winner-takes-all society. It would be a time where, every person works. Listen, imagine, this is the way you want to imagine the economy. Imagine there is no economy. Imagine there is no stock market. Imagine there's nothing. Imagine you're on your own, by yourself, or you and a group of friends. Over the course of your life, right? You say you have from the age of 16 to the age of 66, right? So that's 50 working years. Over those 50 working years, without even modern equipment, you could build a house out of stone, you could make a food supply, you could build a swimming pool, you could do whatever, this and that. So how the fuck are you in a fucking huge society working with a group of people and you can't do that over a course of a lifetime? It's impossible. It's supposed to be an advantage. You're supposed to be able to build 3 homes. If you take all these things away and you just get the land that's under your feet as the natural order of things and nobody comes to kill you, you go and over the course of 50 years, you'll build a comfortable life for yourself, more comfortable than the one you're living now, without any debt, without any credit cards, without any bills, tickets and parking tickets and social security and taxes and things like that. Where am I at right now? I'm playing my game. My game is to get you the medals in your hand so you have a different idea of money. I'm here to teach you, to benefit your life, and build a name for myself at the same time. So that's where we're at. And I'm trying to figure out if I could do that with you by entertaining you and giving you silver and giving you gold. It's the best I could do. It's the best I came up with.